My name is Fatima Ali. I've lived in Barton Hill for over 13 years now. I've lived with my partner and my children, with 5 girls actually. I used to live in a block of flat. I used to live in a second floor. It's a 2-bedroom flat. I never used to have a living area. All the rooms were bedrooms, 1 toilet, and 1 bathroom, and the children, they felt like they were in a cell or something. But it was really small. Barton Hill, when I moved here, it was one of the most deprived area. It wasn't safe. It was really, really bad. I used to have racial harassment. I could not go to the laundry. I could not walk out. I went to the housing office. I was crying. I wanted to be moved out of this area, to be honest, at the beginning. It was that bad.
My name's Ricardo Shari. I'm 21 and I've been living here since I was 7 years old. I lived in Barton House on the 4th floor. It was actually a really horrible building to live in. The lifts were always smelly and there was like drug dealers and stuff, burnt out cars and loads of violence. It was a really sort of a bad place to live really, and loads of residents were unhappy. I didn't really feel very safe all the time. I just remember always seeing like drug dealers and like druggies sort of hanging around. Actually thinking about it, I remember one time where one of my friends found a needle in the little park outside what was next joined to Barton House, so it wasn't a very nice place.
Change was well overdue in Barton Hill, so when in the late 90s the government launched the New Deal for Communities programme, residents saw it as their chance to make it a better place to live. They received £50 million to rejuvenate the area and to tackle problems like crime, racism and poor housing. Residents formed Community at Heart, a group which would help manage a 10-year improvement programme. Through his work with them, Ricardo heard about the new apartments Sovereign Housing Group were building.
I just remember that I kept like ringing up every now and then just to make sure that like everything was running smoothly and things, because I just really wanted to move here. Like I really wanted to move out and move into somewhere that was like I could call my own. So it was just like the perfect thing ever. I couldn't have really asked for anything more really.
Ricardo now lives in one of Sovereign's 12 new 2-bedroomed apartments. He rents it at 80% of market value in a rent-to-home-buy scheme. He'll get the opportunity to buy a share in his home in the future. Like Ricardo, Fatima and her family were also excited about Sovereign's new family homes.
I dreamed to live in one of these houses from the beginning when they were building them. It has really changed our life completely. Having your own front door, having a back garden, having, more facilities than what I used to have in the block of flats. I remember in the beginning when we moved in and the children were so excited because they've never been in a garden before. So they used to go in the park and stuff, but having your own garden which is private and just stay in the kitchen and do my cooking, and the children go to play outside without me worrying where they're going or what they're doing. Yeah, it's very good, yeah. The area has improved a lot. They've had defensible spaces in the block of flat, making the people feel safe. They've had some activities for the children, build a big park for the children in the area.
By next year, Sovereign South and West, together with Solon Housing Association, will have built around 150 affordable new homes to rent and buy in Barton Hill, and a row of 4 new shops.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hello.
Neighbourhood Investment Coordinator Terry Black has been helping residents move in.
We talked to the local people, heard about the problems and issues that they're having. Local people were finding it difficult to stay in the area because there wasn't much family housing. So what we've built here is traditional family units. It's a very rewarding job. You hear the stories of residents that have moved out of these tower blocks. They've been given access to this housing that they've been built over the course of a year, and it just improves the quality of their life because their children can play in the street, they can play in their back gardens, and yeah, it's just a really positive experience.
It's a wonderful place to live. It's a bit bigger and we've got comfy beds now.
I like living here as well because one is the windows don't like rattle in the night, and it's not very creepy, and the doors don't, and there's not a draft.
I like living here because we've got more space to play and more room to put my toys in.
The changes in Barton Hill have been dramatic, but the work is far from over.
There's still quite a few improvements to be made. I mean, there's still some of our construction work to go on over the next year, but this community's been changing, so there's still a lot of work to do around community cohesion because there's different new communities moving in from black and ethnic minorities, and also there's work to do around making the place safer and keeping it tidy and clean and looking nice.
Just a few miles from Barton Hill, another regenerated area is also taking shape. Harbourside is Europe's largest dockside revamp. Sovereign is offering affordable homes in 2 blocks of almost 70 apartments, available for rent and shared ownership. The former industrial gasworks site has been totally transformed, and residents are now enjoying chic waterside living. In Swindon, a brand new community is coming together. Sovereign is building 239 affordable homes, plus a potential 400 more in Whitchelstowe. It's a vast new site, which will eventually include a new town, a country park, and over 4,000 properties. Some Sovereign homes are now finished and families have moved in, but for now, life isn't easy living on a building site.
It is in some ways quite a challenging area to be in. A school is being built, but there's no school here yet. A lot of the local schools are full, and so people are having to travel a long way on the buses to get to schools, so some children aren't even in schools at the moment.
Ali is part of the Stowaway community group, set up to help the new families get to know each other. With support from Sovereign, they've opened a porter cabin, and the Little Stars toddler group meet here once a week. It's helping young mums get together.
It's important for me and my children to come out, meet new people and make friends.
With the toddler group, meeting new mums, we get together, and so we're all less isolated and we all get to meet and enjoy each other's company.
As they grow up, it's these children who will help to build the new communities, and that's already evident in Barton Hill.
You've got a lot of BME, lots of Somalian residents, and a lot of local residents were born here, sort of white residents, whereas previously they kind of lived together, but it wasn't very successful, and there were a lot of tensions. There seems to be far more acceptance and integration, especially you see it with the children. You see it so much more now in the schools. You see the children playing together in the park areas, which you can see that in terms of how this community will develop and grow, you can see it happening through the children. I think a lot of that has come about because of the improved environment in general and because of the housing.
Sometimes the weekend's just the best because I just close my door and I just don't have to hear anything from anyone. So yeah, it's the perfect thing ever, really.
Just simple people to live in a very modern house like this, you know, it's a privilege. It is a privilege.